Whoa. So, February 14th, Apex, and February 15th to 16th last night, 5 hours last night. Tripping on mushrooms out here in this beautiful place where I am. Na 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 na. So, a portal ascension, a long story, a golden filigree structure made of the petal-like shapes from sonic geometry, which you'll see at the end. Watch sonic geometry in order, 1, 2, 3. Quickly on something. 200 years ago, they make American Sign Language. It's getting too strange. If this is a 3, you don't have it. It's only because this isn't a 3, it's a 6. It's a 6 or a W, so just discard the W for a moment. It's 6, so that means that's 6. The whole thing wouldn't work out otherwise. And what's weird? Well, that's 1, 2, 3 everywhere else. South America, that's 3. What's called American Sign Language, we didn't mean South America. So here's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is fine. Oh, 10. So this is what would have to go into it, and this is why timeline is interesting. It can become maybe too much, or for some people who are not into science fiction or imagination, of removing the timeline or the time dimension where things are just placed in. It's hard to see, but if you keep the timeline as it is, 2,000 years ago you had Surya. That is fire over earth. You can't deny. That's fire, that's earth, third rock from the sun, put a ring on that one. That's the way it is. Thumbs up, 7 up, that'll get you there. 2142, you double things. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. These are encoded. Okay, 200 years ago they make sign language. What else goes? That's an I and a U. You say sign language. Can you see that's an I? Yes, that's a U. Can I put them together? You can still see it. It's distinct because it has a space. What else can you put on there? Well, mostly you look for something that goes with an I. Like, keep your eye up there. What other letters? Go ahead through A to Z, 0 to 9, and see what you find. Can't be a J because that would be IJ, and it's already an I. It can't be GH because it's sideways. That's not an I if it's sideways. It has to be up. That's an F. It can't be an F because then your I is lost. That's an F already includes the I. There you go, you and I. But the weirdness of this 3 starts to become resolved. We had to get it elsewhere because we want is 1, 2, 7, and that nub to be 6. That's what lines up with 9/11 map. Now that's made 21 years ago was 9/11/2001, but in the 1970s, when they're printing the American dollar bills with pictures on them that you have to fold into an airplane to achieve, they're printing up the Twin Towers and the plans of how the building is going to be laid out. So someone with knowledge overall makes Surya, and then they make American Sign Language 200 years ago, and then they plant it on a map. And you have the baselines, the numbers, the heights. If you adjust the baseline, the only one thing you have to do is this little, from here, if I got to get my 2 towers. And I have an explanation for why, because this could be 110 and 115, but it's not. Twin towers are 110. But twin towers, to be twin, have to be the same height. Otherwise, they are not a pair. They have to be next to each other, not spaced out. The World Trade Center complex of 7 towers didn't have it at one end and the other. They are next to each other, the same height. So they are the tallest twin towers in the world when they are built. This becomes iconic. It's not the tallest individual tower in the world. So, there you go. Apple, kale, 37.